Hi everyone, so this is Kenya from Faith to CPA. If you are new to my channel, I am sharing my journey to get my CPA license. So, as the title reads, I failed the regulation exam. I know, I got a 69. I was so close. So on December 19th, I went and took my CPA exam of the regulations section, and January 12th is when I received my scores. I received a 69, which is a fail. You need a 75 in order to pass. I am an Illinois candidate, so they don't give the report showing your strengths and your weaknesses right away. It takes almost a month to get that. During the time while I was waiting for my score, since it was almost a month, I began to study for audit. So I since now have put audit on pause, and now I am studying for a retake. What I wanted to share is some of the things that didn't work for me with studying. So you look at YouTube videos, you look at Facebook, you look at Instagram, you're in all the different groups, and you're looking to see how do people study for their CPA exam. So I did everything. I used flashcards. I bought flashcards, the Becker flashcards. I also took notes. I listened to lectures. I did the questions. And what I have come to realize is that you have to realize what kind of learner you are. How do you best learn? So I learn by doing and by seeing and working things out. So what I did was flashcards work. So handwritten flashcards or the Becker flashcards that you purchased, they work perfect for me. Taking notes, handwritten notes, that does not work for me. It's time consuming. I don't remember. I don't even pick them back up to read them, just to be honest with you guys. Like, I have not picked up any notes that I have written, rereading any of my notes. So that's a no-go for me. Listening to the lectures do help. But what I have come to realize is if I read the chapters first, highlight, take my own notes, and listen to the lecture next, then that helps me score better on my multiple choice questions. Actually watching the videos, looking at the individuals, do the simulations one by one, step by step, and writing out the steps, that works best for me as well. And hammering out multiple choice questions. I will say there is times where you just look for little parts in the answer in order to answer the multiple choice correctly. So what I started to do is I started to write like why the answer is wrong and why the answer is right, to make sure I just wasn't picking an answer that I thought I remembered, but I really did have an understanding as to why. Next, I would say is having a community, having people, letting people know and be honest. Have someone that hold you accountable for studying. Like a friend that texts you like, hey, did you study today? How many chapters did you study for? I know with me and my best friend, I tell her like, hey, I want to get through this section by the end of the week. It's this many questions. I post it on my Instagram. I share, like if I didn't study, I'm very transparent. I let them know if I did not study because of busy season, if I'm doing clothes, or if I just needed some self time, some me time. Also, I would say, give yourself a little grace. Don't be so hard on yourself if you do not test well in the multiple choice, if you don't do good on the practice exam, because when you sit for that exam, it just seems like it all clicks, it all comes back, you remember everything. And if you fail, just dust yourself off and know that it's another opportunity for you to be successful, to try again. Don't give up until you have CPA behind your name. What also I wanted to say is now that I'm studying for a retake, I find it kind of difficult just going through all the material, hammering out as many multiple choice and sims as I can, updating myself because the numbers for regulation have adjusted from the 2019 to the 2020. So just remembering the thresholds, expanding them by a little bit, not a whole lot, and just making sure that I'm sticking to my study schedule. I am going to retake in February, so that's coming up in a few weeks. So while the information is still fresh, I want to like retake and restudy and go out there and try again. And then also I'll go and pick back up audit, and then we'll go from there. Also, I just wanted to let you guys know to be encouraged and you will become a CPA. I later on in the week will be posting a video, a study with me with regulation. So this will be a retake of me going through showing how I actually study for regulation. And then make sure you subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Faith to CPA to stay up to date with my CPA journey. Also, go to my Instagram. Check out my Instagram, Faith to CPA. I post every day of me studying. I show hard questions, I show success, I show failures, I show like my accounting career and everything working. So make sure you subscribe. This is Kenya from Faith to CPA.